So we've got the Prem Cup, the Team of the Season Premier League Cup is here, and the reward is going to be our boy Mateta. So he's going to be 91 rated if you finish it. We have got to win 1, 2, 4, 6, win 8, 10, 12 to get everything done. Now, if they're anything like League One, should hopefully just be quite easy. You get 1,500 points for obviously going on the 4 wins, and we also do get a Clive at 90 for the big 6. Now, obviously, there is going to be a few other rewards that we'll have a look through, so let's start from the beginning. We have an 83 times 2, we have an 83 times 5, the 84 times 5 as well as the points. Then we obviously have Clive. We have the Premier League Team of the Season Evo, which gives you a low-driven shot, chip shot, power shot, base playstyles applicable to any player item with a max of 90 overall. Surprised that's not 91 now, but it makes sense to kind of keep going with that. An 83 times 10, and that is going to be twice. And then obviously finishing it, you will get Mateta as well, who, to be honest, does look like a pretty solid card. Chip shot, power shot, bruiser. He's got the stats down to a T. I don't think he's going to be a main team player personally, but he's at least something. Like, he's not a bad card to say the least. We then have the Team of the Season Cup here, which is 6 days and 4 hours. We do have an 87 rated team, no bronze, no silver, and then a minimum of 1 English player. And it is going to be the longer range rules. So if you are unfamiliar with this, basically if you score from outside the box, you'll get a +2 goals instead of just 1. So basically, if I score 2 inside the box and you just absolutely ping 1 from outside, you're going to get the 2 goals and level it up pretty easily. It is an 87 rated team with a minimum of 1 English player in here. So the question is, 87 rated, what is the level of team that I could actually put in here then? So if we go, we'll just go Prem Cup. Nice and easy, because it's going to be an interesting one. Once you've got your team, to be honest, I wouldn't even spend too much time on it. A censored word. Okay. I do this every time. Like, you just put in a random word. It's just terrible. So if you are looking to try and get the best of the best, really, you're obviously going to go gold common, lowest to highest, and the bench is just going to be full of 75s. It's now they've obviously clocked on with the bronze teams. They're going to make it a little bit lower. Now, I want to see what's my best English player to whack into this team, because obviously that is going to be what I kind of want in here as my minimum 1 English. It doesn't say anything about loans as well, which is always nice. I have got Lauren James, but I'm thinking someone a little bit lower. 96 might be a bit too high on there. I could go... Do I go with a bit of Jude Bellingham in this? I think that might not be a bad shout for the 89. Or I could go Carl Walker. I'm going to go with a bit of Jude in this one just to throw it in there. So that's going to be my minimum 1 English. When it comes to strikers, being 93 instead of going for the others, I'm going to go with the 2 strikers I currently have up front. We're going to go with CR7. And then I'm thinking... Do I go? I've got Dalglish, but he is a 94. What I'm thinking is instead I go with maybe Henry as a loan, and he's just kind of just chilling there. When it comes to the keeper, like I always go, I go for really heavy attack. The defence I'm really not that too fussed about. So we're going to go with Howard in net just because he gets himself that 85 out there. In fact, I have just seen it is a max 0 loan team, in fact. Okay, so we're basically going to get rid of all the loans. That's a bit of a shame. But regardless, we should be able to make it work still. Defence, we are still going to go quite low. I'm thinking of going for a bit of Kyle Walker still, just to throw in a bit of low rated. We could go with Virgil at the back, but I am thinking we're just going to stick, like I say, with more of the lower defensive side and then kind of work our way up to just as a good of an attack as we possibly can. So we're going to go with a bit of Yap Stam, and we're also going to go Saliba next to him in the gold. Left back wise, I probably would go with Teo Hernandez, to be honest. I think we've done pretty well to lower everybody else. Then obviously we've got to go for the wings and also for the other midfield. Now, if I could go, I'm going to try go Vinny. I'm then going to try and put Huller in here. This might be where it goes a bit too high rated. And then at right wing, we are going to go... Oh, if Hansen had the quick step, I might have gone for it. I'm thinking Jarzinho just to keep with the rapid. I know I've got Bale as well. We'll go with Bale, in fact. I always like Bale in my cup teams, to be fair. We've then just backed out of it all, just no, we don't want to see. So, 84 rated team. I reckon we could possibly put a Virgil in the defence as well. What if we went... That's the 87. If then I was to just so happen to throw a 92 centre back in there, would that change everything? That's going to be the big question. I'm just thinking if we could get him in, that would be sensational. We could get an 87 in. Okay, can we get an 84? We could still get an 84. So let's go ahead and let's whack you back there a second. You into there. Then I'm thinking, I quite like Bale still. Like Bale's absolutely fine. But I'm thinking, could we potentially change the keeper then? Could we go for a rare? I think that might be, as I said, that might be a bit too much of a try. But could we then go for like an Edison or an Allison? I've kind of not picked them purely to try and lower the rating as much as possible. So if I went for Allison instead, let's just put Edison on the bench just in case, as I don't know what we could swap for. Can we swap for you? Can we swap for Allison? I mean, we could swap for Allison then. So that's pretty much where we're going to go with the team. It's relatively simple. From this, I saw a lot of it was golden goal. You'll find a few people that don't play it, but it's naturally quite an easy one. To be honest, once you've got 1 or 2 goals, if they've not quit, I'd just be trying long ranges just to try and get to that kind of bigger kind of score and just try and stop them from shooting outside the box. All it is, 12 wins, get it done, and you'll get yourselves all of these rewards as well as then the premium upgrade that we're going to talk about coming up next.